While the idea of becoming rich might seem somewhat far-fetched to some people, most people want to be rich anyway. For some, becoming rich is as easy as being born, but for some others, it would require a lot more effort than that. However, whatever the case is, the following are signs that your desire to be rich could actually become reality. Number 1. You were born rich. This is the most obvious, so we just had to get it out of the way. Being born to rich parents is one of the surest ways of getting rich. It just makes sense, because rich people have a lot of resources to properly set up their children with. In fact, people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are so rich that their children do not have to have any of the other qualities on this list to be and remain some of the richest people. Their parents have done all the work for them, and if living large is really all they want to do, they will have enough money for that. Number 2. You're a hard worker. If you are one to put in the effort to whatever money-making venture you put your mind to, chances are that you will become rich. I know that hard work has been getting some bad rep for a while now. People are now about smart work as opposed to hard work. However, the truth is that hard work and smart work do not have to be mutually exclusive. In fact, if you intend to be successful and rich, both concepts cannot be mutually exclusive. They have to work hand in hand. So, as you look for more innovative ways to go about your business, you would still have to devote more time and effort than the regular person if you want to do better than them. In addition to all of that, studies have shown that always showing up could put someone on the path to success. That is, being consistent at whatever it is that you do increases your chances of success because of the mastery that you get. Number 3. You can defer gratification. Successful people learn early enough that for them to be properly set up in the future, they have to let go of some current pleasures. They typically have no qualms with putting off enjoyment in order to channel their time, money, and energy to one money-making venture or another. Anybody who will be successful knows how to focus on the bigger picture, even if it comes at the expense of some other current pleasures. The truth is that wealth building does not happen in an instant. It takes time. So, in order to be successful, one has to be able to commit to the long term by keeping at whatever it is they do and making the occasional sacrifice. Number 4. You're open-minded. Most people who are rich were able to gain their wealth because they were and still are open to opportunities. They keep an open mind and never just dismiss an opportunity without looking into it to determine whether said opportunity is for them and whether the advantages considerably outweigh the disadvantages. Opportunities are not the only things that rich people are open-minded towards. They also keep an open mind as regards processes, mediums, and all such things. The truth is that times change and technology is only going to continue evolving. So, if you will be successful at whatever it is you want to do, you have to keep an open mind and be willing to change and adapt where necessary. Number 5. You're realistic. There are different facets to being realistic. For one, someone who is realistic has a grounded mindset that has been shaped by their knowledge of current happenings in the world. They keep up with the news and current events, and so whatever decisions they make, especially as regards their business, are usually grounded in reality. Another facet to this is that successful or rich people do not allow themselves to be stuck in the past. Reality tells us that what is past, but a lot of us tend to hold on to it, whether because we failed or because we succeeded. However, something that rich people learn on their journey is to let go of the past and concentrate on the present while reaching forwards to the future. They neither lose themselves in the euphoria of their successes nor allow themselves to be drowned in the pain of their losses. They move on. One more thing, successful people are generally sincere with themselves. They know what they are good at and are unapologetic about what they aren't. As a result, they allow themselves to major on their strengths while outsourcing their areas of weakness if necessary. Number 6. You're financially conscious. Rich people are particular about how they earn and spend their money. On the one hand, Rich people know that saving and being spendthrift are not surefire ways of getting rich. They know that in order to become rich, you actually have to increase your earning power, so they focus their energy and resources on making more money. But on the other hand, they know to be careful about how they spend their money. They know not to be comfortable with having their money leak all over the place. So, they keep track of their finances and have a general idea of how and how frequently money comes in and goes out for them. Number 7. You avoid or pay off your debts. If it is possible, rich people will try to avoid incurring debts. However, unless you have a really tidy inheritance, chances are that you would need to take out a loan at some point on your journey to success. In that case, rich people make sure to pay off their debt as soon and as quickly as they can. The longer you leave off the payment of your debt, the more interest you'll have to pay, and that would certainly take a chunk out of the finances that you're trying to build. Also, many unpaid debts tend to have a negative effect on your credit score, and with a bad credit score, there are a number of financial activities that would be difficult for you to do. As a result, rich people know to prioritize paying off their debts, among other things. Number 8. You're intelligent. Intelligence is also a necessary factor to becoming rich. If your mind immediately went to attending Ivy League schools when I mentioned intelligence, well, you're not entirely wrong. There is no denying the fact that having the best education could have something to do with being rich. If you can learn your way to making great inventions by attending the best of schools, you're definitely setting yourself up to be rich. However, that's not all there is to it. Some of the richest people that we know now dropped out of college. Some of them were even expressly told that they would never amount to anything in a certain field. Nonetheless, while these people might not be conventionally intelligent, they all have been able to apply their minds in some way or form to their fields, and that has made them money. Number 9. You have investments. There is hardly any rich person that doesn't have some form of investment. Rich people know that they have to spend money to make money, and they're more than willing to do it. They do proper research to figure out what investments are worth their time and effort, or at least they have someone or a company that does that for them. Whatever the case is, the point is that they invest their money in something profitable, and a lot of them usually swing for real estate. Now, if you're thinking to wait till you become rich before making any kind of investment, you should know that making investments is one of the ways that some rich people became rich in the first place. Number 10. You're action-oriented. And finally for this list, rich people are action-oriented. When they get an idea, they immediately take action. Now, it should be pointed out that the fact that they take action does not mean that they immediately go along with the idea. What it does mean is that they start immediately to do their due diligence, to try to figure out whether the idea is worth it. There's this sense of urgency that they all possess, so they don't just sit around waiting for things to happen to them or opportunities to fall into their laps. They take the bull by the horns and go in search of opportunities that are just right for them. And on the occasion when an opportunity falls into their laps, they are always ready to do something with or about it. They have stored up ideas that they can pull up in such an occasion, ready to be explored. And for a bonus point, rich people know the value of mentorship. They acknowledge that there are people who have been on this journey for longer than they have and are ever willing to take advantage of those experiences. But in addition to experiences, mentors also offer opportunities and connections that one might not have had otherwise. And the interesting thing is that these mentors do not necessarily have to be in the same field with you. Provided said person is an authority in their own right in making money, there is something they can teach you. And that's it for this video. If you found it useful, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel if you already haven't, and hit the notification bell so that you know exactly when I post a new video. I'll see you in the next one.